What up, everybody? Welcome to Music Blueprint, where we teach you how to make money. Do not skip, because we have Lauren Spencer Smith here, who makes a loaded amount of money.
The government's going to be coming for me.
For a 17-year-old, she knows how to do it. So we're just going to get right into it. We're going to teach you guys how to make money, all the different avenues. If you haven't seen my other videos, please go check them out. I'll put a little tag for one of them above. But literally, I have a four-part series now of how to make money as a musician. And it breaks down to like websites you can use, touring, all these different things. But today we're here to interview Lauren. And I don't ever do this, but I should say, please like and subscribe. Because I never do this in the middle of the video. I never even remember at the end of the video. So like and subscribe right now. Click it, click it, click it. Okay, cool. Now we're moving on to Lauren. Okay, first step. What is your biggest thing that makes you money right now?
So it's all about luck. I'm joking. It's not.
It is a little bit of luck, though. If you're in the music industry, you do understand right place, right time.
Yeah, right place, right time. But also, I am a big believer if you're working hard and you're dedicated,
yes,
good things are going to come. I would say the main thing that makes me money is streaming, but that also ties into my social media.
Okay.
Because one of the songs I have right now, All I Want, download it.
I'll add the link in the description below.
It has 7 million streams, but it wouldn't have 7 million streams if I wasn't on TikTok. So I uploaded it to TikTok, and the first go around, it got, I think, about a million views.
Okay.
And I think like the original artist, it's a cover song. The original artist saw it. Everyone was commenting on it. And it was like a big thing, but it wasn't a trend. And I kept posting about it. Like once a week, I would post a video or a cover of me singing that song. And then all of a sudden, it started becoming this trend. And it was like just a super funny thing. People were like shading their boyfriends on the trend. It was I'm so glad that was my trend. But
they were like straight up outing people's boyfriends. Like it was crazy. They were like, my boyfriend cheated on me with this girl Sabrina, and like it was like legit. People were not showing no mercy with your song, which is like her version of that song is like a ballad. It's like like very like slow and emotional and all this stuff. But then people are like straight up being ruthless on this like really like ballady song. It was funny.
And so I kept posting about the song, and then eventually it picked up.
Yeah.
And it became a trend. And then all of a sudden people were like, oh, they would hear the audio. And because the videos had nothing to do with me. It was like just me in the background singing. And people would be like, oh, what is this? And then they would go download it.
Yeah.
And so literally my streaming was going up like 1 million a month. Streaming wise for like 6 months, it was going up 1 million streams per month on the one song.
Wow.
And it was all because I was consistent and I posted on my social media and I tried so hard to make it a trend. And obviously you can try to do that and sometimes it doesn't work out. I have tons of stuff, doesn't pick up.
You and me both.
Yeah. Doesn't pick up, I get 1,000 views. But if you keep working at it and you keep pushing and posting on social media, good things are gonna come.
Yeah.
One is bound to pop off.
Yeah, and I'll say too, this is something that Lil Nas did. Lil Nas with his Old Town Road song, he did that. He literally, every time a trend came out on TikTok, he used Old Town Road in the trend. Like, and he's really clever. I don't know if you've seen his like TikTok, but he's like really, really clever. Like the one that he was like, I'm gay, and he's like, what? Grande? He's like, no, that's Ariana Grande. I'm gay. Like that whole one was like really, really clever. But he posted his like Old Town Road song nonstop. Like the song was out for like a year before it really like got big or something.
A lot
like
of
that.
songs
It was like
do
6
that.
months or 3 to 6 months or maybe something like that. And but he consistently posted it. And this is something that I'm really bad at. Like I posted circles like every week for like a month. And it did get some streams. Like one of the videos popped off. It got like 20K. And then that gained me like 10,000 streams on top of it, which was good. I mean, that's really good. But I definitely need to be more consistent about it. Like right now, Live Your Life is popping off. Because of that one video is doing well. They're like, oh, like, can't wait for you to release this. And I'm like, it's out. Like, you better go.
I love people say that. They're like, you should post music on Spotify. I'm like, bro, I'm a verified artist on Spotify. All I gotta do is search my name.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So the song pops off. You get like about 1 million streams per month. Did that end up trickling down to other songs as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I think Always Remember Us This Way had like 2 million streams, and I think since it's almost at 6 million now.
Wow.
So it was totally trickling down.
And did you do anything on that song at all?
No, I didn't do anything on
Wow,
that song. It was
crazy.
just All I Want was my number 1,
Yeah.
and Always Remember Us This Way was my number 2. So then people were
Okay.
clicking on that.
Right.
Oh, what's her number 2 song?
Yeah.
And also that song's super popular.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to take the cover artist route, but my advice for a cover artist would be the reason I released All I Want as my own version was because Olivia Rodrigo's version was doing so well on TikTok. So she had a trend where people were doing their makeup. Hers was huge. It literally has like 300 million streams, right?
Yeah.
And my team was like, yo, what cover song do you want to do next? And I was like, we're doing All I Want. Like, it's huge on social media right now. And they were like, nah, that's dumb. Why are you doing that? I totally pushed for it, released it, and then next thing you know, mine's a trend. So if you're
Wow.
being a cover artist, or even if you're just on social media trying to make money from your videos, look at what's popular and look at what is trending, because the second you post something that's trending, every time I follow a trend, it usually does a lot better than my original content.
Yes, this is so true. And first of all, if you are not on TikTok, my God, I have been harping TikTok at this channel.
Yeah, since the beginning.
If you are not on TikTok yet, good God, just get on TikTok already. Like, I'm tired of telling everybody, get on TikTok.
It is the easiest platform to gain a following.
It's
Instagram and all the other, YouTube, some of the hardest platforms to gain something on, especially before Reels.
Right.
TikTok, you can be a nobody and post a funny video of your friend. Boom. Million views, 100,000 followers. Like,
Done.
you don't have to be an anybody
Yeah.
to be blowing up. That algorithm is crazy.
I keep explaining it like, imagine if you had the opportunity like 200 years ago to buy real estate in Manhattan. And you were like, you know what? I'm going to buy just one property in Manhattan in the 1800s. And I'm gonna buy it for $100. And then imagine if you kept that property for the last 200 years or whatever. And you're like, holy crap, that property is worth like $1 billion. That's literally like TikTok right now. I know it seems like it's overly saturated and everybody's like, oh, now everybody knows about it and it's like hard to get in. It is. I mean, it is saturated, but if you have quality content, and I'm not talking about like quality like visual wise, I'm just talking about like content that people would be interested in, it's gonna do well on TikTok.
Yeah.
And what happens is you put your little link in your bio, and all of a sudden everybody goes to your profile and they go to that link and they go to that song and they go to like all these different things. It's just a really great way to like jumpstart things. I don't know how to explain it other than that. And honestly, like right now, Reels are doing really good. Instagram's really pushing Reels. So if you don't know about Reels, it's basically,
Get on that.
please get on that. It's Instagram's version of TikTok, but they're really trying to basically suffocate TikTok by coming out with their own versions. The same thing that they did with Snapchat. Snapchat with stories. They're trying to like snuff out Snapchat. They're trying to do the same thing with TikTok.
Yeah.
So they're really, really pushing Reels. So if you really want to like boost your stuff right now on Instagram, like Lauren's the one that put me onto this. Like it wasn't even like me. She was like, dude, my Reels are like popping off right now. I mean, one of your videos got like
4 million.
yeah,
Like, what?
Crazy.
On Instagram.
nuts.
Like, that's unheard of on my Instagram account.
Do you make money off your Instagram too? Or not yet?
And I don't know if that's because I'm not 18
Oh, okay.
or...
Is it Instagram a thing where you make money off of how many views, or is it only because like the opportunity would be somebody would pay you for like a brand thing?
Yeah, so going into that, another way I make money is people paying me to post their products or labels paying me to cover an artist's song that they just released.
Interesting.
And so...
I have heard of the second a lot.
So another reason to be on TikTok, and I know there's this big stigma around, like, if you're on TikTok, you're a TikToker. I'm not a TikToker. I do not post TikTok dances. I don't post all the trends. I strictly, mainly, every once in a while I'll see a body confidence thing when I'm feeling confident. But for the most part, all I do is post singing videos. The same videos I post on my Facebook, the same videos I post on my YouTube, the same videos I post on my Instagram, I just post on my TikTok.
So regurgitating content.
Yeah, literally, you can
I
just
do the
post.
same thing.
You can post the same stuff. Like there's a singer TikTok. There's prison TikTok. There's dance TikTok. And whatever people like the most, you're going to have tons of fans that are on
So if you're in prison right now, you better get on TikTok.
Yeah, I was on Prison Talk for a while. I don't know how, but it was like...
I don't know how I got there, but it was entertaining.
Yeah, I was scared. But there's Singer Talk, where it's just, I'm on Singer Talk, it's just strictly singing videos every time I scroll. So there's people on that app for it.
There's trends within, like...
Singer Talk.
Yeah. Too. So, like, for instance, like, there might be... For me, what I have found with TikTok, if there's a trend going on, like a big trend, like something huge, like it's on the main trending page, you're already too late. That's what I have found. But the moment you see something that you're like, that's kind of funny, or that's interesting, or like, I've seen this twice now, immediately do it because it's about to be a trend. Like right now, what's really big on TikTok for singers is like, how does it go? Like, we can't be friends, but...
Yeah, so like you say something crazy that goes into the song. Yeah. And then like, I have social anxiety, but if the whole world was watching, I'd still dance with you. Yeah. So people are doing that. So that's everywhere.
A big trend right now.
And
but
you can make up your own.
But it's not on the main thing right now. It's not on the main TikTok like page. I don't even know what they would label that for a trending tag, but anyways, it's really, really big. And so like at bare minimum, your video would probably get 1,000 views if you did that trend. 100%. If you had like no followers, and then if you had some followers, like it would do a lot more. So,
and if like there was a snowman challenge, if you're a singer, you know exactly what this is, where you try to sing Snowman by Sia all in one breath. I can't do it.
It's hard.
Yeah, I didn't do it because I couldn't do it. But people were just doing it and taking breaths in the middle of it.
Yeah, they're like, I can't do it. And then those were getting millions of views.
And it became a hashtag like Snowman Challenge. Yeah. So if you know what the challenge is, and there was a Sam Smith Lay Me Down challenge.
I remember that.
Yeah. You just hashtag it that. There's people on TikTok that are literally on Singer Talk watching all that stuff. Yeah. And so
you got to be on top of the trends. Like you got to be like,
or follow. I find trends because I follow my other friends that blow up. And I'm like, for example, my friend Francis, actually, I'm not even going to take credit for Reels because I saw he was gaining all these followers and I was like, yo, bro, like, how are you gaining this quick on Instagram? Like, this man's blew up from 100K to almost 1 million in a matter of 2 months.
Crazy.
And I was like, bro, how are you getting? And then I look on his page and it's all Reels, which I had never really looked into or heard of. And I was like, I got to get on Reels. The second I got on Reels, I gained like 60, 70K. Yeah. And so I was like, yo, Gina, you gotta get on Reels, girl. Like,
I'm tempted just because of her.
But you just focus on what other people are doing and not copy someone's content. If you're gonna copy someone's content, credit them. Yeah. But see what they're doing and see what's working for them and use
those tactics.
Just be very, like, again, like all of the things that have been successful, at least for me, I can say, and I would say even partially for you, is like, be aware. And don't like, just because something new pops up, don't be the first person to say no. Be the first person to say yes. And if it doesn't work out, what was the worst thing? Like what did you waste? Like 3 hours because you made like 15 different videos and they didn't pop off on Reels? Like whatever. Like I would rather be the person that, and this has happened to me in my life so many times because I'm in the weird generation where social media started with us, right? Started with the millennials, right? We started first with like AOL Messenger, and then we like moved into like.
Did y'all have Kik?
No, I don't even know what Kik is, but like AOL. Shout out. What was my name? Goodies 151 or something like that. Because freaking Sierra came out with Goodies. Do you remember that song?
No.
Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, so. Started with AOL Messenger, then it developed into YouTube, and then Facebook came out, and then Instagram came out, right? And we got like all these different things. But like naturally our generation, most of us, or maybe even just as humans, we just don't jump on things that are new. We let things be tried and true first, and then we hop on it, which, you know, that's not anything like bad to say, but the people the Lauren Grays, the Charlie D'Amelios, like they hopped on Musical.ly when Musical.ly was not really figured out yet. Cause I hopped on Musical.ly when it first came out and I was like, this is not user friendly, and dipped. Yeah. And now I'm like shooting myself in like the head because I didn't jump and I didn't just like weather out the storm until it became TikTok.
Because all these people you see, like Taylor Holder and like all these people, if you scroll to the bottom of their TikTok, you see them doing like the Musical.lys.
Yes.
Like literally back when I was in like grade 7 is when Musical.ly was a thing. They were on that doing it. And that is why they
Same
are.
with the Jake Pauls and the Logan Pauls. They were on Vine before anybody else.
Yep.
And then they immediately transferred over to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And YouTube wasn't even really big yet when they were like doing
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And boom, they just like blew up. And
Yeah.
they don't like, I know it makes it seem like people just blow up overnight. It's not. Like, literally, if you look back into Logan Paul's videos, he had like 15 videos of him doing the splits like all around the world, and it popped off like so many times. He created so much quality content that people were interested in for literally like 6 years before anything even popped off. But my encouragement would be is that when you see something new pop up on Instagram, Instagram is something maybe you're familiar with. You know what Instagram is, but Reels have popped up and you haven't posted a Reel because it's new, right? And our instinct is be like, it's new. I don't like it. I don't like the new format. And I was naysaying the new format. I still don't like the new format of Instagram. It bugs the crap out of me that every time I press the center button, it's not to take a photo and it's not to press a story. It instantly goes to Reels. Irritates the hell out of me. Like, I cannot deal with it.
Yeah.
But all that to be said, like, if Lauren didn't say like, yo, you need to post on Reels, I would have been like, I wouldn't have even thought twice about it, honestly. So.
And so then what I was saying was another way I make money is brands paying me to either wear their stuff and post it, or labels paying me to sing a new, like if Gina's signed to Atlantic contacts me, it's like, yo, Gina just released a song called Live Your Life. We want you to do a cover of it, and in the caption say, go download Gina Fontanella's new song.
Right.
What do they pay you per video to do that? What's like
So-
if you're okay to say that?
Yeah, so most of the time they'll calculate it based on your, like...
How many followers do you have?
Not how many followers you have, engagement.
Oh, engagement.
They'll literally do a whole suss of your page.
Wow.
And average out how much engagement you're probably going to get on this.
Cool.
And then pay you like a certain, I guess, $1 per how many,
Like
whatever.
views you would
Yeah,
get?
you know what I
Okay.
mean? Like $1 per 100 views, something like that.
Oh, okay.
And so like in the past I've been paid like, usually it's like $350 USD, but it can get up
pretty
to like
good.
800. I know someone that got paid $1,500 for it because their engagement was
Wow.
just like insane. Like
That's
if you're
low-key
engaged,
legit.
some of these people were contacting me. I think they'll do it with like your posts within the last 30 days. They'll average it out. And like some of these people contact me and it's like just a really bad month for me. I'm like, no, if you caught me when I was going like in the 4 millions last week, like it would have been so much better. But so they'll do that. But you're not going to get contacted by brands and you're not going to get contacted by labels to do that kind of stuff if you're not posting on social media.
Yeah.
And you're not keeping that up and you're not following the trends and you're not gaining a following. No one's going to contact you to do that.
Yeah.
So another reason to be on your social media and be doing that is to gain a following so more people are constantly reaching out to you.
Yeah. Okay, so you have streaming, you have the brand deal stuff. What's another? Give them one more that is like your source right now.
I'm like trying to think what's like.
It's hard for
most
you because
important.
she's not 18, so like right now you can't make money on TikTok.
Yeah, most of my stuff.
Is so
I guess I
annoying.
would say YouTube. Actually, probably because I also have something where technically I own the rights to the video, or I'll own the rights to my song, and someone will use it in the background of their YouTube video, and then instantly like I get like $1,000 because they got 5 million views.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So I would say YouTube too, just because of like monetization on your videos.
And you do nothing on YouTube.
And not anymore, but I still have those 5 videos that circulate.
Like,
that have
literally, I'm
millions
always
of...
on her, you guys. I'm like, bro, where is your YouTube at, bro?
It's gone. It's really not there. I am owning up to that. I need to work on that. But I would say like Facebook and YouTube because they're low key kind of connected.
Yeah.
In a way. Like posting on that. I have 5 videos that all have over 1 million views, and they still circulate. Or people use my song or their videos playing in the background.
Okay.
And I get paid for that. So the reason I struggle with posting on YouTube and Facebook, which is a really stupid excuse, is because when I need to take a 20-second TikTok video, that's so quick for me. I record it in like 20 seconds. Everyone's about to leave. I'm like, give me 5 minutes. I literally record a 20-second cover of Justin Bieber's song.
Yeah.
And then I'm done.
Yeah.
Whereas YouTube, it's a 3-minute video, and I can be nitpicky to the point that I'm like, it's going to take me 45 minutes to
Oh, gosh.
To the point where I'm like, it's gonna take me 45 minutes to nail this.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna take me 45 minutes because I'm gonna redo it over and over and over.
Right, just to get it right.
Just to get it right because it's a 3-minute video.
Right.
Which I'm like, you know what? I could not do that.
Yeah.
And I could just, wing it. But I'm like, no, I want it to be quality. I want it to be good.
Yeah.
And with TikTok, it's so easy. It's so quick. And Reels on Instagram, it's like 30-second clips.
Right.
And so I stopped posting for a while. I'm really lucky, and those videos are still circulating with me. And so I still get paid for those.
Yeah, because technically every time you do a solid video on Facebook, you would make bank.
And actually, too, I might add, I guess, live streaming. So on TikTok and Facebook is my main one. You can on TikTok, I think it's just like these little Bitmojis people send you and you get money,
it's like
right?
Little coins.
Yeah,
and stuff
little
like that,
coins.
Little hearts and stuff.
And then on Facebook, it's called Facebook Stars. It's new, actually, within the last, 8 months-ish, I would say. I think it started in, September or something. Okay. But it's basically the same thing. So people buy the stars, and then when they send you stars, you get, I think, 1 cent per star.
Cool.
But then I'd be in a live stream, and I was getting 20,000 stars. And I'm like,
fire.
That's $200.
Yeah, that's fire.
So I'm like, yo, people are sending me stars. And people would then be like, yo, I think Facebook's getting a percentage of this. Can you drop your PayPal? Or can you drop your
fire.
e-transfer or Venmo or whatever?
I used to do that too.
Yeah, and so then
people
I'm like,
totally drop you $20 if you played one of their songs. It's literally like a show. Like if they
if
they came to a show and they requested a song, they would drop $20 in the tip jar. Literally, people would do the same thing online. Like I watched a girl make a full $40,000 a year just because every day she went live and just did requests.
Yeah,
I'm like $40K a year. That's freaking crazy, dude.
People will do it. And so I would literally give my PayPal. And the next thing you know, this person's dropping me 20.
Wow.
And I'm like, I am fortunate because I do have almost 500,000 followers on Facebook. And that's why I get so many views on my live streams.
But look, I only have 3,000 and people be dropping me mad cash.
People be dropping her cash. And I also didn't get to my 500,000 without working hard for it. Yeah. So I'm like, I built myself up.
Yeah.
But live streaming, I'm convinced I could pay my rent literally if I just went on live every day.
Wow.
More than my rent.
That's crazy.
If I'm getting $200, let's say if I had a bad day, I might have to live stream for 2.5 hours to get the $200 or 3 hours. And I'm
That's
pretty
still
worn
not
out.
bad money though.
But there's sometimes where I'm on there for an hour. There was one time I think I actually got 80,000 stars.
Wow.
Literally, it was
Bro, can I go on live with you? We'll split it.
No, literally. I'm down. People just drop. People love to tip you. People love to see that you're happy when you receive that. And with Facebook, you can create your goal. So it's I'm trying to get to 1 million stars, and you write on it the reasoning why. I wrote, I'm trying to buy a new mic and music equipment.
Oh, okay. So people were really wanting to
So people were like, oh my God, I'm going to, or I'd literally write on it and be like, yo, there was 1 month I was really broke. Not going to get into the details, but I was broke. I literally made it, I need to fill my car with gas. And people were dropping money being like, go get that gas, girl. Right. Next thing you know, I had gas for months. Yeah. I was like, what? Yeah. People... And obviously, I'm honest with why I need money. I'm like, oh, I want music equipment.
Look, I think people sometimes forget, how kind people are. I think a lot of times with social media, we think that the world is more evil than what it is, you know, because the only things we see because of social media a lot of times are the worst of the worst or the best of the best. And it distorts what actually the general population of the world is, which are people are genuinely kind. They want to help people out. They want to be a part of something. And when you as an influencer, as a musician or whatever, one, you're providing happiness and entertainment, right? That's something to be paid for. It's hard as musicians where we're like, oh, it's just art and it's just something that I created in my bedroom. It's no, this is something that is providing a value to somebody, and that person is now saying, this is what the value is worth to me, right? And that's okay. That's great that people want to pay you or whatever. And also, again, going back to the kindness thing, people don't want to see their favorite musician struggle. Yeah. They just don't. They're, literally, I've gone on there and been like, yo, if I sing one of your songs, like if you feeling tipsy, drop me some cash. Like, and like I've had family like hit me and be like, that's really inappropriate to like put your
same.
Venmo on it. And I'm like, first of all, this is a business.
Yeah.
If I had a tip jar at a show,
Yeah.
you wouldn't say anything about it. But because I'm doing it on social media, something like that changes. Absolutely not. It's the same thing.
I think
applies.
too, what I used to struggle with was I was like, I don't want to ask people
Yes.
for money.
Yes.
Where it's like, girl.
That's what people make it feel like, and it's not.
Yeah, and you're not asking for that. You're literally saying, like, your time is valuable and you have a gift that you're practicing. And people, I forget as a singer, I watch other singers and I'm like, that person, Clinton Kane, everyone knows this. That person moves me. Their music, literally, I could just cry. Like, the fact that their music exists makes my life better.
Right.
And there's genuine people that view me like that. There's people that message me and they're like, you're the reason that I'm mentally stable. Like, your music keeps me alive. And then you're like, oh my goodness, that person was willing to drop like $60 on you. Like,
they're like, I've had people too, like, look, I was like really depressed and I was like suicidal and I listened, like, literally, I just had somebody post this on my TikTok.
Happens
they were
all
like,
the time.
I was really depressed and in a really terrible relationship, but I heard your song "Live Your Life" and it gave me the confidence to break up with somebody that I didn't really have the confidence to break up with. What is the price of that? Like, what do you mean? I
That's
just saved you from a
therapy.
lifetime?
music is therapy.
Yeah.
And we're literally providing
There is no
therapeutics.
price to that. That's what I'm saying. Like, you guys have to put in perspective, like, what the value of your art is, and like,
can we talk about how I would drop $1,000 to see Harry Styles front row. You be
Facts.
dropping hundreds of dollars on concerts if you're
Yeah,
someone
you
that
gotta
goes
put
to
it in
concerts.
perspective.
So I'm like, you paying $20 to see me sing live
Yeah.
is technically the correct fraction amount of money if we're going to compare how big Harry Styles is to how big I am.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a normal ratio to pay me
Yeah.
$20 and pay him $1,000.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you got to put it in perspective. Sometimes it's hard for me because I'll be like, oh, like, I would never do that. You know what I mean? Sometimes I think, like, I probably wouldn't even, like, I really like Katy Perry. I wouldn't drop $1,000 to see Katy Perry.
Yeah.
But I'd probably drop $200.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I always have to put it into perspective. Like, what would this shoe be like on the other foot? Like, what would I do? And sometimes I get so caught up and be like, I wouldn't even do that. I can't imagine somebody paying me $100 right now. You know what I mean? But there are genuinely, like, people, like, genuine
There's
people
people.
that are like, nope, my sanity, you saved me $100 in therapy. Here's $100.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
And for real, there's people, and I also find when I'm in a position that I am feeling more financially stable, that I'm like, oh, I don't want to ask people on Facebook for money because I feel like I can't afford stuff, but it's still like, your time's still valuable. You sitting there for 2 hours, I love to sing, but I don't love to sing every single day for 2 hours just on a live. Like, it's a job, and you gotta work. You gotta vocal rest. You gotta take care of it. You gotta practice. Make sure you're getting
work
better,
out.
and also work
Drink
out. Yeah,
so much water you feel like you're drowning.
and then also the pressure of being on your live stream, and 10 to 20% of those comments are not nice.
Yeah.
Like, you're sitting there just getting beat up some days. Like, people are ruthless, and I'm like, that's worth the 20.
Yeah.
That's worth the 20 because now I got to go pay for my therapy
Right.
because people are picking on me online.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, so if you balance it out, just do it.
Yeah.
Just ask people. You're not going to regret it because you're going to start having cash in your hands and be like, I should have asked.
Yeah. Well, there's so much that we could talk about, I'm sure, but those are like the top 3 things that she does. And I just thought it would be great to have somebody on that, like, one, she's like staying with me right now, so I kind of get a little bit of advantage. But she just has a lot of knowledge on it, even as a 17-year-old. Like, I don't care what age you are. You know if you know.
Yeah.
And she's obviously, like, gotten the cheat codes on it, so I just wanted to have her on. Everybody go follow Lauren Spencer Smith. I'll put it in the description. Make sure to like and subscribe. Share this video if you liked it. And if anything worked for you, please put it in the comment below because we want to utilize it. If it's worked for you, maybe it'll work for us too. Like, we're not opposed
We're all
to
about
learning
sharing
more.
strategies.
Sharing is caring on this platform. So anyways, have a great week, guys. We'll see you next week. Peace. Yeah, yours is working.
Hello. Hello, mates. We're living like a G. I'm just kidding. Music Blueprint.
Your English accent skills are just off the charts.
They really are. So if you want to know more, stick around. If you don't want to know more, stick around.
God, it's something I would say. My favorite thing to say on when I was performing was like, if you like what you're hearing so far, get one of my CDs. They're just $5. If you don't like what you're hearing so far, still get a CD. You might like a song you haven't heard so far.